Welcome to Historical Legacies. Here, we dive into history's most intriguing stories, unraveling mysteries, and uncovering truths from the past. Subscribe to join our journey through time's greatest moments. Today, we will be narrating a short story on Julius Caesar. If you guys like, please share your thoughts on it, and maybe we will produce an hour documentary upon your request. Okay, let's begin with the early years and the path to power. Julius Caesar was born on July the 12th, 100 BC, into a patrician family of gens Julia, claiming descent from the goddess Venus. Despite his noble lineage, Caesar's family was not wealthy, and his early years were marked by political turbulence. The Roman Republic was in decline, with power struggle and corruption dominating the political landscape. Caesar's ambition and intelligence set him apart, and he quickly recognized the importance of building alliances to advance his career. In 84 BC, Caesar's marriage to Cornelia, the daughter of a prominent politician, aligned him with the popular faction led by Gaius Marius. This affiliation brought him into conflict with the dictator Sulla, forcing Caesar to flee Rome temporarily. Upon Sulla's death, Caesar returned to Rome, determined to rise through the political ranks. His skills as an orator and his charisma won him support among the plebeians, laying the foundation for his political ascent. Caesar's military service in Asia and Hispania earned him recognition for his bravery and leadership. His captured by pirates during a journey in 75 BC and his subsequent daring escape further enhanced his reputation. By 60 BC, Caesar had become a prominent figure in Roman politics, serving as quaestor, aedile, and eventually Pontifex Maximus. His strategic alliance with Pompey and Crassus, forming the first triumvirate in 60 BC, marked a turning point in his career. This informal political coalition allowed Caesar to secure a consulship in 59 BC, granting him control over key provinces and military legions. The Gallic Wars and consolidation of power. As governor of Cisalpine Gaul, Transalpine Gaul, and Illyricum, Caesar embarked on a series of military campaigns that would define his legacy. The Gallic Wars showcased his strategic brilliance and unyielding determination. Caesar's conquest extended Rome's territory to English Channel and the Rhine, bringing immense wealth and prestige to the Republic. Caesar's commentaries on the Gallic War, written in clear and persuasive style, served both as a record of his achievements and as propaganda to bolster his image in Rome. His victories, such as the defeat of Helvetii and annihilation of the Gallic coalition led by Vercingetorix at the Battle of Alesia, solidified his reputation as one of history's greatest military leaders. While Caesar's successes in Gaul earned him the loyalty of his troops and admiration from Roman populace, they also aroused jealousy and fear amongst the Senate. The uneasy alliance within the first triumvirate began to fracture, particularly after the death of Crassus in 53 BC and deteriorating relationship with Pompey, who aligned himself with Senate against Caesar. The Senate's demand for Caesar to relinquish his command and return to Rome as a private citizen set the stage for dramatic confrontation. In 49 BC, Caesar crossed the Rubicon River with his legion, an act of defiance, and plunged Rome into civil war. The die is cast, he reportedly declared, signaling his irrevocable commitment to seizing power. Civil War and Dictatorship. The Roman Civil War was a pivotal period in Caesar's life and the history of the Republic. His march on Rome forced Pompey and the Senate to flee to Greece, giving Caesar control of the capital. Demonstrating both clemency and pragmatism, he sought to consolidate his position without alienating the populace. Caesar's military campaign against Pompey's force were marked by decisive victories, including the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC. Despite being outnumbered, Caesar's superior tactics and discipline secured a resounding triumph. Pompey fled to Egypt, where he was assassinated, leaving Caesar as the undisputed leader of Rome. In Egypt, Caesar became entangled in local politics, supporting Cleopatra VII in her struggle for the throne. Their alliance, both political and romantic, resulted in the birth of a son, Caesarion. Caesar's involvement in Egypt extended Rome's influence in the eastern Mediterranean and showcased his diplomatic acumen. Upon his return to Rome, Caesar was appointed dictator, a title he initially held temporarily. His reforms were ambitious and far reaching, addressing issues such as debt relief, land distribution, and the calendar. The introduction of the Julian calendar being one of his enduring legacies. However, the accumulation of power and the extension of his dictatorship for life in 44 BC alarmed many senators who feared the erosion of republican traditions. The Ides of March. The conspiracy to assassinate Julius Caesar was driven by a mix of ideological and personal motivations. Prominent senators, including Brutus and Cassius, believed that Caesar's concentration of power threatened the republic's foundations. Despite Caesar's clemency towards his former enemies and his efforts to integrate them into his regime, distrust and resentment festered among the elite. On March 15, 44 BC, the Ides of March, Caesar was lured to a Senate meeting at the theater of Pompey. As he took his seat, the conspirators surrounded him and launched their attack. Stabbed 23 times, Caesar's death was both a physical and symbolic act, marking the end of his extraordinary rise. According to tradition, his last words were "Et tu, Brute," expressing betrayal at Brutus' involvement. The assassination plunged Rome into chaos. The conspirators, expecting to restore the Republic, were met with public outrage and the rise of Caesar's supporters. Mark Antony, Caesar's loyal ally, delivered a stirring funeral oration that turned people's sentiment against the assassins, leading to their eventual downfall. Legacy and enduring influence. Julius Caesar's impact on history is profound and multifaceted. His military conquest expanded Rome's boundaries and wealth, while his political reforms addressed systematic issues that had plagued the Republic for decades. The Julian calendar, a testament to his administrative foresight, remains the basis for the modern calendar. Caesar's life and death marked the transition from Roman Republic to Roman Empire. His adopted heir, Octavian, later Augustus, avenged his assassination and established the Principate, ushering in a period of relative stability and prosperity known as the Pax Romana. In this sense, Caesar's legacy extended beyond his own achievements to the enduring structures of governance and empire he helped shape. To this day, Caesar is remembered as a complex figure, a brilliant general, an astute politician, and a controversial leader whose ambition both elevated and imperiled Rome. His name became synonymous with leadership, inspiring titles such as Kaiser in Germany and Tsar in Russia. Through his enduring influence, Julius Caesar remains one of history's most iconic and transformative figures. Thanks for tuning into Historical Legacies. If you enjoyed this dive into history, please like, subscribe, and share. Join us next time for more fascinating stories from the past. Thank you.